Today we're going to be looking at a 2017 Ford Fusion with a shift system fault displayed in the message center. The vehicle we're looking at today was towed in. The customer states they can't get it out of park. If you place the shifter into the drive position, it flashes a couple times and then returns to park. And we have a shift system fault service required message displayed in the instrument cluster. We're going to start diagnosis on this today by pulling all the codes, and I'm going to be using ForceScan Lite on an iPhone. Give it just a second here to establish communication to all the modules. Okay, we've got a 2017 Ford Fusion with a 1.5 liter engine. Let's see what we've got in it for errors. In the powertrain control module, it looks like we've got a P175B, transmission range control module, shift cable disconnected or misadjusted. Now, a code like that sets when the shift-by-wire system commands a shift, but doesn't see the transmission range selector move, or doesn't see the transmission actually shift. It also illuminates the wrench symbol on the cluster, and I think you should have seen that in the cluster when we looked at the picture of it earlier. And it also applies the electronic parking brake without pushing the parking brake button. And it does that because we're unsure what gear the transmission is in, and if you shut it out and walk away, we don't want the vehicle to roll away. Looks like we also have a tire pressure sensor in the BCM. That's probably not related. We've got some push button codes for the front control interface module. That's probably not related. We've got a couple of codes it looks like in the ABS module. Parking brake enabled. That's what I was talking about a minute ago. It applies the parking brake without you pushing the button if it has this problem. And the other one's a low battery code. That probably is not related. In the gear shift module, it looks like we have a P0814 transmission range display circuit. And I'm not quite sure why we have that code. That sets if the gear shift module can't detect illumination of the gear indicator. But it's probably related. We have a couple of codes in the instrument panel control module, one for lost communication with the BCM. That's probably not related. And we also have a code for invalid data received from the PCM. Now that code's probably related, but probably more a symptom than a cause. If the PCM doesn't know what gear the transmission is in, it can't provide that information to the instrument cluster. In the transmission range control module, we have a couple more codes. P177A, transmission range selector motor, and P177B, transmission range selector motor current too high. Now, these codes are probably both directly related to the problem we're having. These are the kind of codes you get if the shift motor tries to shift the transmission and for whatever reason the shifter on the side of the transmission won't move or the cable can't move. If the motor is powered up and it can't move, the amperage draw goes way up and you flag these kind of codes for the current being too high. If you're not aware of how this works, the transmission range control module is an electric shift motor that's on one end of a normal shift cable. I think it's usually located under the passenger fender. And when you turn the rotary knob inside, it commands a shift at that motor. The motor just changes position, moves the cable, and then the cable is on the transmission like normal, and you shift the transmission. And the gear shift module, that is just the rotary shift knob inside that is your input. The shift knob on the center console that you rotate to select what gear you want the vehicle to be in, because everything's got to be a module nowadays. So at this point, it's probably time to pop the hood and do a quick visual inspection of the transmission shift linkage and cable.
A few moments later.
So bear with me here for a second. It's kind of hard to get video of this, but if we look closely down in here, buried under all this stuff, is where the shift arm comes out of the transmission and the shift cable attaches. Let me see if I can get zoomed in on this. So that brown thing you're seeing in the center there, that is the end of the shift cable. Let me try and get focused in on it a little better. Okay, that is the end of the shift cable, and directly below it, if I can get back over onto it, let me move a couple things here and try to get back to it. There we go. Okay, so that brown piece is the end of the shift cable, and directly below that is the arm and the ball socket that should drop into it and snap into it. That large hole in the end of the shift cable should have a plastic bushing in it that the ball socket on the transmission shift arm should be snapped onto. So I think we found the problem here. The bushing in the end of the shift cable has deteriorated, broken, fallen into pieces, and just fallen out of there. So for lack of a 50-cent bushing, this vehicle was towed in.
And a thing that has 270,000 moving parts built by the lowest bidder.
Pro tip, if you're ever in this situation, you can drop the end of the cable back over the ball and drive the car. It may not stay on long, but if you're stranded and just need to shift it into drive once to get home, it may work for that. I actually diagnosed this vehicle in the parking lot and dropped it back over the ball as you see here, and then drove it into the shop to repair it. The fix is a new shift bushing pressed into the end of the cable, and I usually just use a pair of pliers or a long pair of needle nose pliers and a socket to press the bushing into the cable and then snap it onto the transmission arm. If you found this video interesting or helpful, please click the like button down below. I got a lot more great stuff coming up, so please subscribe, and as always, have a great week.